TRS Clips, the place you arrive at if you just want the best bits of India's smartest podcast, The Ranveer Show. Subscribe, hit that bell icon. Considering that you've traveled in China, you're learning from people at Silicon Valley. So I'm going to put you in a slight Anil Kapoor in Nayak scenario. If we made you the PM of the country for say a year, okay, not a day, but a year, what would you do in order to increase the productivity of the country? Don't even think too much about it. Just straight off the top of your head.
First of all, I wouldn't want that job. I'm happy doing what I'm doing. But I think if I have to make a recommendation to anybody who's leading the country, I would say that first clarify if this is our North Star or not. Do we care about prosperity or not? Let's be very, very clear about it, right? And if we are clear about it, then we should observe 5 to 10 nations who've managed to become prosperous and copy their traits, right? For example, Bangladesh was much behind us on per capita income. And we used to say, oh, Bangladesh is coming to India. Bangladesh. Now they don't need to. Indians will go there, right? Because their per capita income is taken off, right? What did they do? They had 68 to 70% of urban Bangladeshi women working and having independent financial income, right? Women, when they have independent financial income, they build society, they educate the society. Men naturally have a tendency to gamble and invest and do crypto and all that stuff. That what gives them joy, right? And therefore, what happened is that society took off. So that's one lesson. That what could you do to increase the thing and make it culturally okay? Create facilities. What if there were extraordinary government facilities in the cities where you can keep your kids, right? Or private facilities. What if it was culturally? What if there's an Akshay Kumar movie which talked about this as an issue, right? And I think it will become okay after that, right? That's one. The second thing is financial literacy, right? Most people have no clue how money works, or investment works, or compound interest works, or inflation works, or how the economy is working. How do they have jobs? Where will their income growth will come from? What is the impact of US growth? What is the impact of US printing more dollars? We have no clue. We are oblivious to what's happening to the world. So I think teaching financial literacy almost as a compulsory subject from 5th standard onwards, right? Improve our relationship with money from childhood. It's not like it's almost like sexual health. We don't talk about it. Arey, loan head, arey, baat nahi karte, ghar mein baat nahi karta. Right? It is exactly that. It's like health. You have to be proactively teaching some of these things, right? What were we taught about diet and in school? Like, we were not taught the role of carbohydrates and other things and what it does to insulin. We had no clue, right? So what if that kind of stuff is taught about money as well? That's second, right? The third thing is understanding the concept of time, right? Like, if you do not understand the value of time as a concept, you will make poor decisions with it. What if your income per hour is 1,000 rupees per hour? And you can arrive at the math the way you want, right? You can say, this is my salary divided by number of hours I work and per month, and this is the income. And then doing better decisions with your time. So let's say, let's do a math. Let's say we arrive at a cost which says, my income is 1,000 rupees per hour. Now, questioning that, do I do work that generates more income per hour or less? For example, what if I spend 1 hour finding a 200 rupees discount for a flight ticket when my income is 1,000 rupees an hour? What if I was sitting in a plane with no internet connection? I have two choices: to watch all these videos in my WhatsApp groups that were sent to me, which is what most Indians do, or read a book, which will generate more value per hour. And the moment you start thinking from that math lens and understand the concept of value of time, because the time is not increasing, right? We've discussed this last time as well, that the same time exists for you, me, Mukesh Ambani, Warren Buffett. They have the same amount of hours per day. What do they do with that time is what defines them. So treat that as a concept. Other thing is encourage more skills and than degrees, right? And question institutes or celebrate institutes that seem to be creating impact in terms of jobs. Uh, like we are so addicted to placements as a concept, right? कि अच्छा ये यहाँ पे placement है, यहाँ पे placement है. How do you generate your own jobs, right? Like how do you create the thing? And the last thing is insane incentives for taking risk. What if you are incentivized to take risk? And I think we are very early to even understand the concept of entrepreneurship in the country. Forget about giving benefits, right? Like I was recently talking to somebody and they said, hey, there are people in some Arab nations which are saying that they're even giving you salary for the first employee, 5 employees for the first 5 years to take a risk and become an entrepreneur. And I don't know how true this is, but even if that is partially true, they're encouraging the culture of taking risk. Do we encourage the culture of taking risk? I don't think so, right? What if we give medals to entrepreneurs as much as we give to all the other fields, right? What percentage of our national medals are given to people who create jobs, right? And the moment we do that, it'll automatically change the country, right? So I think the world has improved their prosperity. The playbook is the same, right? Whatever we celebrate, we'll become. If we celebrate Bollywood, we'll all become TikTokers. And if we celebrate fame, everybody will try to be cool. The question is, who do we celebrate?
Yeah. Content drives culture, man. And when you see shows made on entrepreneurs, you'll see a change. And I see that happening soon. Like we're seeing TVF pictures. We saw Guru, Mani Ratnam's Guru, which inspired a whole generation. We need more content like that, honestly, because content has the ability to go inside a child's mind and say, hey, I want to do that. And again, it's like a 10, 15, 20-year thing. You're seeing the new education system reforms that are coming into play. So it does kind of encapsulate some of the stuff you said, but again, they expect that all those reforms will be in place only by 2040.